Let's take a look at the new D2Apps email environment. I'm at the D2Apps jump page and I'm going to click on the mail link. This will take me directly to my inbox because I have already set my account to remember my username and password. Realize that you might have to type in your username and password before you get to this screen. Here's what it's important to know about the email environment. On the left-hand side, there are tools or environments available for you that are very similar to your traditional email programs. You have your inbox, you have sent mail, you have drafts, and if we go farther down, you have a spam, which is like your junk mail, and you have a trash can. So a lot of the features that you see or the settings that you see are the same as they are on the traditional email. What you're looking at on the left-hand side that you might not be familiar with are called labels, and I treat my labels as folders. So these are just ways that I have created an organizational structure for my email. I can also create a new email by clicking on Compose Email. Let's take a look at our inbox and see what our messages look like. If you notice on the left-hand side of each message there is a selection box, and this is if you wanted to do something with that particular email or with a collection of email. You select them and then make your choice. Archive, report as spam, delete, move, put a label on it, or there are more things that you can do. Notice I can select all, I can select none, I can select the read or unread, starred or unstarred. Email messages that come to me in bold are email messages that have not been read. Email messages that have a number behind the person that sent it is called an email conversation. And what this means is an email message is turning into a conversation where messages are becoming sent back and forth between that person and myself. For example, this email message between Andrea and me, she sent me an email and I replied to her. That's what the to is. One was sent and one was replied. You can see that some email messages have a large number behind them, so let's take a look at what that would look like. This is called a conversation. Each conversation is stacked one on top of the other, staggered like playing cards, if you will. And if I click on that, I can reveal the information that has been shown. I can see who it has sent it to me, and if I want to expand that, I can click on the information that is contained in each of those messages. I can click on any one of these messages and send a reply, forward it, any of those types of things. I can also click back to my inbox from here. So as you're looking at your email, you might notice that it's very similar to traditional email. You have who it comes from, the subject, and the time that it was sent. Something new that we haven't had before in our email is a chat feature. And so if you notice in the bottom left-hand corner, you can actually you pick who you want to chat with and who you don't want to have available to chat. And there are different statuses. So for example, if you look, you can see there are several people with green dots. That means they're online and available to chat. The people with the orange icon are online, but they've been idle for a while, and so it kind of says they're asleep or probably not available. And then anyone with a gray icon is not currently online. Notice that some of the icons are circles and some of them are video. If there's a video camera, that means that that person has video chat capability available to them. You can also get some status information. Oh, I have a chat popping up, so I'll just minimize that for just a moment. You can also see down below at the bottom of the email you have some status information. Right now it says I'm currently using 33 megabytes or 0% of my 7,453 megabytes of capacity. And then directly above that you can get little tips and a link to tutorials on how to use the email. So this is just a brief introduction to the mail environment. We'll go into detail on how to use it in future tutorials.